It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings' sure-handed wide receiver. He was terrific last week, racking up the receiving yards and reaching the end zone. It's the Vikings and the Broncos on Sunday Night Primetime.
Thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. And off we go from Denver. From his end zone, here's Tremon Smith. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And leading him out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 70 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle now with Stewart. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And Marcus Davenport, former Saint, in on the stop there. 2nd and 10. At the 37-yard line. Cooper will look to throw it. And that is incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. That's pulled in at the 32. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw here. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Alex Singleton, the linebacker, there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Well, they tried the field goal from just inside of 70 yards. It missed, and now this offense set up nicely at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mims in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
7 yards there and a first down. Here's Stewart up the middle. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Trying to punch it in. Stewart. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here's Cooper. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes. It's good to get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And the Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw again. Rolling to his right. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Cooper looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here, as they've got it as we resume action. From the 25 on 2nd down. Cooper. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
3rd and
2. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. They go back to Stewart on 1st.
And a lane slowly materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They work now on 2nd and 9.
This is Stewart again. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cooper. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
From the 21, here's 2nd down and 8. Now a handoff to Chandler.
Pushing through the contact. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Following the fumble recovery, Cooper. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
3rd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And he goes out right around the 39. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
The Vikings at 6-4 now on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, they'll run with the Wangu.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. A first carry for Samaje Perine.
He'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down, Cooper. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now out comes Minnesota. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Chandler.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. They start on the ground with Perine, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here's Perine again on 2nd down.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw is Cooper. Off play action. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now a timeout called for by the defense.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25 to will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive.
He's got a man complete. Now he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 19-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Drops this off with DeWangu.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Up the middle, here's P. Ryan.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
At the 23-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. It's picked. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Marr on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
First down, Vikings.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll drop to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! From 17 yards out.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Denver's offense now set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Cooper will look to throw it.
That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Hand off here for P-Ryan.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
3rd and 6.
Here's Cooper. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised. an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
The Broncos are about set to go on offense. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now Cooper looks to throw. Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. Cooper.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Maher is good, and the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So the interception set him up a terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw here. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
Denver's offense ready to go again.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Looking to throw. Cooper.
Out of his hands quick to Jackson.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
They'll hand it to Pirine.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late.
A 40-yard attempt.
The kick by Maher is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle. A 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First down, Vikings.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find the Nwangwu underneath. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. And the Vikings first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw again. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 13-yard line.
Handoff right side to Nwangwu.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th-quarter lead.
And that gets him a little room as they'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Cooper. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
First down 10 at the 15-yard line.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run again with P. Ryan. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Cooper.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now out comes Minnesota.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they're going to speed things up here. Back to throw now on 1st down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Back to throw.
And that's dropped underneath to the Wangu.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 3. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And Hockenson going to have the Vikings 1st down as a tackle made at the 18. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
2nd down and 6 now.
They'll look to throw again.
They'll get this to the Wangu.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. Now the ball comes loose, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
And he's going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Denver, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.